Hello Year 10 and welcome to this week's lesson for EPS. Last week we looked at poverty, hopefully we've all done that and we're all on top of it, and this week we're going to look at wealth. So I'm going to give you a few clues and there's a question at the end that you're going to have a go at and submit to me, and when I feed back to you I'll be able to give you some more answers if you missed them out. So first of all, what is wealth? Here we're talking about the rich, people having lots of money or material possessions. Is the people we call the wealthy. So the first thing to consider is this: why are some people rich? What do you do? What do people do to get rich? You might be asking that yourself. What's your plan to become rich? Because everyone kind of desires it, or do they? And what's the method of getting there? So what's your plan? So write that as a list, first page of the notes, before we go on to consider this. How some ways of getting rich might be immoral. And there's some clues in the picture. Maybe it's crime. Maybe there are lots of ways that people have got rich, but not considered fair and moral. So consider what they might be, write them down. But therefore, what ways would be considered fair and moral? And as I say, there's some clues on the screen. Hard work and labour seems to be what we all do. But how come some people are richer than others? What's that about? So ways that will be considered fair and moral ways of earning money. Write the list. And then we're going to consider what religion says about having wealth. And there are lots of teachings. One of my favourites here, at the bottom there, from Christianity: it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich person to enter the kingdom of God. That's a really good quote to remember and use. What does that actually say, though? What's it mean behind that? What does it actually say? And then there's a clue in the top left about zakat. What does religion teach about having wealth? What does zakat do? Why is it there? So consider those things. Find out more. Write them down. So in summary, religious views on having wealth really depends on how you earned it in the first place and what you do with it if you've got it. And that is something really important to remember in this unit. There's lots of questions come up in the exam about this, and that's the basis of it. So here's a question we're going to have a go at. It is okay to be religious and wealthy, and this is a 12-mark question, so we're going to look at the statement and evaluate it. Include religious beliefs, you may include non-religious points, you must reach a conclusion, but that's the 12-marker. So submit this one to me on Teams. I'm going to give you a deadline and I will mark it and feed back to you, and hopefully we'll pull it all together and make sure we've got all bases covered. So there you go, that's this week's work. Have fun with it and I will see you soon.